Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a different look. Sorry, this headband itches like a mother, but I can't take it off because this is foundation and that's not gonna work. So today I thought I'd come on here and do another Halloween look. And I kind of, sorry, let's just pick my nose. Oh, now it's running. Oh, for real though? Okay. Anyways, so I thought I'd come on here and do another Halloween look, and I've kind of been slacking on the Halloween looks because I haven't had the vibe of like, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Because there's so many people doing Halloween looks and they're all the same. And like I wanted to do something different. So I kind of mixed a bunch of them together. So right now there's totally all the ones with the pumpkin side of the face or skull side of the face. So like they have the regular makeup and then they have the skull in here, or they have a pumpkin in here and stuff like that. And like, not that I don't like skulls and pumpkins, I do, but if you know me, I'm a witch person. Witches are my thing. For instance, granted this one is more for Harry Potter, but witches and wizards. Like I'm obsessed with witches. It's a little bit of a problem. So I wanted to do something that was different than what everybody else is doing. So I decided to go with, my drips are literally falling down my face as I'm talking. I decided to do something that represented something more close to me. So my take on this is everybody has a little bit of witch in them. So I wanted it to kind of feel like, you know, this is the side, this is what we are and everybody sees. But everybody has a little bit of this in them. So it kind of goes a little bit of both ways. Like, it's fun for Halloween, a little bit of witch in you, whatever. But it's also, you know, you can't take a book by its cover. Everybody has a little bit of something else underneath the mask. So this is what I came up with. And I love it. I mean, there's some things that obviously didn't work out the way I planned. It's really hard to do foundation drips. Like, really hard. And figure out how to make it work. But I really like the way it turned out. I think it's really different and fun. And I haven't seen a ton of looks on like Instagram or Pinterest or whatever and YouTube. I haven't seen a ton of like, you know, a part of a witch and stuff like that. So I just thought it was really cool. So ignore this because I mean, a witch would have a hat on, but I only have kitty ears. So I hope you guys enjoy my second look. And if you want to see how I got this, keep on watching. Hey guys, we're going to jump right in here. I'm going to do another voiceover because it's just easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to start off by tracing out where we want the witch's face to be. I just used a lip liner, I believe, but I used anything that like, you know, you can't see once you start blending and things out. We want to kind of map it out so you know where you're supposed to put the makeup, but you don't want to be able to see the lines obviously afterwards, although you do shading, so I don't know. I just used a lip liner. So then next we're going to go in with this Wet n Wild paint palette. I really like these. The only downfall is that they're a little patchy because they're cheaper, but I mean they work and they get the job done. So I'm going to go in with that green and that yellow shade, and we are just going to stipple it on with a brush. I tried using a sponge and it kind of seemed to make it look even more patchy. So then I just decided to stipple on all of it with a brush. So that is what we are going to do.
Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King now. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween,
Halloween. Alright, so now we are going to go in with a different Wet n Wild paint palette. This is a different color. I don't know what the colors are. It's the more pastel-y ones. I don't know. We're going to go in with the green and yellow shade, and I'm going to use this as kind of like how I would do my concealer if I was doing normal makeup. So I just used it underneath her eyes to kind of brighten up the eyes, my eyes, to kind of brighten up that under eye. And then you're going to see in a little bit, I'm going to take that stippling brush that I used for the whole face, and I'm just going to try and blend out that those two colors so that it's not so noticeable that there's two different colors there. Now we're going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in Fair Claire, I think it is. And I'm just going to set this entire part of my face because these cream paints can be tacky. So you definitely want to, set them so that they don't move, or, when you're blending other things on top of them, that you don't like have patches and stuff like that. So yeah, so definitely set these with a powder because they are tacky, they are cream, they can move. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to go in with foundation for my normal side of my face. So I'm mixing two together. I mixed LA Girl something and Wet n Wild Photo Finish. The LA Girl one is a more dewy foundation and the Wet n Wild one is matte. And I'm noticing as I get older, I need a combo of the two. I need like a satin matte because I have creases and stuff on my face. So I can't have completely luminizing foundation. So I mix the two together so that it doesn't crease as much. So we are just going to buff this into our face where we, aren't going to be a witch. And then we will go in with concealer like we normally would. And that one's just the Makeup Revolution concealer. I don't show it because I didn't do a very good job of showing the camera. But yeah, so then we're going to go in with the concealer right now and blend that out. And then we're going to set our whole face with that same powder we set the witch's side with. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Also, thought you guys would think this is funny. My nose started to itch and my face was green, so we used a brush. I have issues.
Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
All right, guys, now we are going to start my eyes on my normal side. So we're going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. We're going to go in with this light brown shade. And we're just going to put this into our crease, per usual. Same steps I do in like every single video that I make. And then we are going to be going in with another like crease shade, essentially. It's going to be this more, it's a little bit darker and a little bit more like yellowy. I don't know. But we're going to put that into our crease to give it some definition. And then we are going to be going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Vault Collection palette, one of those, and it's the Armed and Gorgeous one, my favorite one. And I'm going to be going in with that green shade. I thought it'd be kind of cool to keep the green going in my eye, like my normal eye. Although, once I put lashes on, you can't even really see it. But it's the thought that counts. So I'm just trying to make like a V shape, with the green and then blending it out. A lot of this is just going to be me laying down the color and blending it out. So I'm not going to talk through it because it's kind of silly. If you can name this show in this next section, we're BFFs. No joke. If you got that right, you rock. If you didn't, it was One Tree Hill. And if you don't sing along to that theme song every single time that show starts, you're crazy. You're just crazy. Favorite show of all time. Yes, I do that every time the show comes on. Anyways, back to reality. We are going in with this gold shade from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and we're going to put that all over our lid. And that's about all. That's all I can say. We're going to put it all over our lid.
King of the pumpkin patch, everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
All right, now we're taking that green shade and we're going to do the under part of our eye. It's really easy. Just take a brush and put it underneath your eye. There's not much else I can say. You're just blending it underneath your eye, and now we're going to go in with that shade we went in with our top lid in the crease. We're going to put that and underneath, and we're going to blend out the green so that it's not just a harsh line, so that it's smoked out, because everybody loves this smoky under eye. Well, I do.
Not everybody, but I do. And that's all that counts because this is my video. So now we're going to go in with that bright white shade and that gold shade, and we're going to put that in our inner corner. I didn't want it to be so white because my eye was gold, so we mixed the gold in with it. That's really all. Now we're going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and we're going to take those two shades, the yellow and lighter shade, whatever, and we are going to put that underneath my eye because it was looking a smidgen dark. Now we are going to contour with that middle brown shade, and I'm not going to lie right now, I have to toot my own horn because I have the best contour I think I've ever had in this video until I screwed it up with bronzer. But this contour was amazing. I was watching the footage back and I'm like, hot damn, that looked good. And then you'll see I go in with bronzer that's too dark and doesn't blend out nice, and it just ruined the entire freaking contour. So this is the Pure Soleil contour. This bronzer, it did me in. Do you see this? Ready? And my contour now looks like crap. I was so mad. It looked so good till that point. Whatever. So now I'm just kind of finishing bronzing up that side of the face. Now we're going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice Cheek Palette. Sorry it looks so gross. I use it a lot on clients. And I'm going in with those two shades to, you know, blush up my cheek. Make me look nice and rosy. Because nobody wants to look, you know, dead. Although maybe I could have done like a dead person on one side. Nope, that would have been doing too much. Doing too much, Haves. Doing too much. Now we're going to go with the highlight shade from that Pure Cosmetics palette. And we are going to highlight our cheekbones. And above our eyebrow and our nose and all the places that I love to highlight. And a magic trick, ready? Brows are not done. And now my brows are done. Yeah, I'm not including that in this video. That would make this video way longer than it already is because Taylor's incapable of making a short video. So I just highlighted my brow bone, and now this is my finished glam side of my face because I added my lashes, mascara, all that jazz. I didn't show you any of that stuff because truthfully it's really not any different than normal, so I just didn't include it. I don't know what lashes they are, so sorry. Now I'm going in with a Kokie matte liquid lipstick. I love this color, but I hate this formula, so I don't wear it very often. But the color is so pretty. But anyways, I just wanted a nude lip. So now we are going to start working on my witch side. Okay, I know it was hard to see because it was really fast, but I'm taking a dark green shade from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and then I'm taking the other green shade that I used on my eyes before in the other Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Clearly there's a trend here. Actually, it's their only palettes that have green in them. So I'm using them as my witch contour, which eventually kind of gets covered up with foundation anyways, but, you know, a witch has got to be contoured and look good too, so we're just going to go in. So that's what I'm doing. And then next I'm going to go in with mostly that darker green shade. And I'm going to do the shading around the outside of the face. Again, this is kind of pointless. And I'm really mad that I wasted time doing it. Because I end up going in with foundation and covering it all up. No. This is what happens when you go in and don't have a concept. You end up wasting time. Which why did I keep it in the video, you might add? Because I still took time and did it. And it ended up looking cool. Until I covered it with foundation. Yep. So we're just going to let you watch me shade for the next couple minutes. Have fun!
Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King. Now this is Halloween, this is Halloween,
Did you really think I'd do that to you? Pfft, no. We're moving right along. I cut out 90% of that. Now we're going to highlight my cheekbones because, again, even a witch needs to be beautiful. And I love highlight. So I just highlighted my cheekbone, and now I'm just blending out a little bit more of that shading just because it looked a little harsh. Then I'm taking the darker green shade, and I'm putting it into my crease because I want my witch that is on that side, she's going to be glam too. So I am doing her eyeshadow right now. So all I'm doing is putting the dark green into the crease. And then I'm going to take a dark green shimmery shade that I'll show you here in a second. And I put that on my lid. And then I do some more, that's the shade. I do some more darkening in the outside crease to give it a little bit more smoky eye. And then I do the same thing underneath. I take the same colors and put it underneath my eye to blow out the under eye. And then I put on my lashes and I do my eyebrow and all that. And I'm going to skip forward through all that because it's the same thing as the other side. So I'm just going to skip past that and then we'll start the foundation. All right, so now we are moving on to the foundation. I also set my face, by the way, before, but you saw that. So now we're going to move on to the foundation drips, which I'm showing you purposely my fails first so that you know that even I fail at my concepts because I'm a ding-dong. I also have foundation in my hair first. Not first. I also have foundation in my hair because my first attempt was such a flop. So here I just tried using the paddle from my foundation, and we see how great it is going. Yeah, not good. If I would ever do this again, I need to look how other people do this because this is clearly not how they did it and it's not practical because the foundation never dries. But anyways, I figured out that I could use a dropper from an oil that I use on my hair that's gone. I used the dropper and it worked out so much better. You like that little head bob? I wanted my drips to go, so I kept that in just for your amusement because I looked kind of like a dork. All right, so now the rest of this video for a while is just going to be me dropping foundation all over my face. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so then I just took a sponge at the end of it, and I just put, like, I blended around the edges to make the edges seem a little bit more like my face was melting. That's the theme I was going for. It didn't end up working quite as well as I would have liked, but that's what I was doing. So I didn't show you guys me putting on the black lipstick, but I just took a black liquid lipstick, and now I was blending it into my nude liquid lipstick. And now we're just going to continue the drops and blending and drops and blending and drops and blending. And then I also take the green eyeshadows and on the drops that are in the middle of my face, or the witch face, I do some shading around it to make it look like my foundation melted off. I don't know. I just thought it looked cool, so that's what I did. So you'll also see that.
Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King now. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween,
Alright guys, that's the finished look. So this is how I achieved my witch underneath it all type of face. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Comment on it. If you recreate these looks, totally tag me, which this one obviously is a little bit different. You could do a different take on it, but it's not really very practical to walk around on Halloween with foundation dripping down your makeup. But, you know, whatever. Do whatever you want. So yeah, so that is my finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed, I don't know, my teeth look really white. I hope you just enjoyed maybe watching it. You don't have to recreate it, but it's just something fun to watch and something different. I really like how it turned out, so yeah, just let me know, guys. All right, that's all I have. So I hope you guys have a great evening, day, whenever you're watching this. And once again, welcome to the most spooky time of year. Thanks, guys.